Yo, what's up, guys? Nick here with some raw day trading, and I am today sitting in my chair, a little pressed on time because I'm going to go to a workout class, and I wanted to get this video out, and I wanted to review, so I'm doing it all at the same time. So you get to walk along with me to my review. So starting out, I'll read some notes about what I wrote down today. First off, I wrote the about what happened yesterday, where the opportunity set was from really pre-market, but I just wrote open to 12 because I don't trade pre-market, and then 1:30 to close, and it was kind of like a dead period in between that. And I intended to sort of stay away during that time, and I mostly did that today. I also wrote a note from yesterday. I'm holding too long when it hesitates at the highs of range, even with a decent position, but not amazing. Decent, but not amazing position. And the volatility is brutal right now. In fact, I wrote that note last night, and I ran into that exact problem, and I don't even have the video of it, but I think this is exactly where it happened. Um, so this stock was basically threatening to make a new high here, and that looks horrible. Was it 37? 13, yeah, yeah. So it was just above VWAP, and I thought it would make a nice recovery here. I sized in right here. It popped up to 63.634. This is NCL, by the way. And I thought it was going to bust above VWAP. So it taps above VWAP there for a second. Tap 64. I'm thinking, okay, this looks like it's really going to hit it. And I'm going to hold on here. But if it goes back below 62, my average was around, I think it was under 60 actually, or under 62 cents. And it goes down here and kind of just starts skipping down lower, and then I end up unloading around, what was that, 58 or something? 57, hits a low of 53, and then recovers, of course, back to 58, sort of like where I busted it, and then that took me down $200, and it ended up popping back up over here, and I was able to get some profit back in here as it was again threatening shorts, maybe bursting higher and catching them off guard. I was watching it here. I had some good positions, but I didn't have the conviction. I didn't have the profit really to hold it. See, this one over here, I was flat, and so I was more inclined to hold it. Over here, I was down 200 already. So like once I got into profit about a couple $100 or $100 or so, I was taking profit into these moves and kind of just rinse repeating, win some, lose some, and then I got to only down $14 on the stock. But having said that, I do believe I also got caught in a flush earlier. I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. I got. It was like a lucky. I mean, it was a good position. So that was part of the luck. But what ended up happening was this is too hot still. My afternoon tea. Let's go into some video here. We can start back to front. Okay, so it's 1103. Yeah, so 11. I think this is that same stock, the NCL, that we're gonna go over here. I think, and I think this is about where I left off. So I had small size on it. It wasn't that big of a deal, but I was up 4, and I get filled. Was I too early on this? I think I was too. Yeah, I keep being just slightly early with these entries. Okay, so 2 things here. What am I looking at? No, I did not ignore the 5-minute because it was 11:03 and the 5-minute hadn't formed yet. But it was a new 5-minute low. I didn't wait for the 5-minute low to break. That's a problem because it could have really unwound from there. But yeah, okay. So maybe I didn't acknowledge the 5-minute. And I was looking for that to hold, but it already tested low 2 times there. I was holding under the 20, under the VWAP, whatever. But this stock was a little bit wild. It was a wild one. And I get out, down $2 there, but it's pretty, I was almost down like 150 on just 2,500 shares on like a 60-cent name, which is crazy volatility. So that's that. Minus 100 on the double. Actually, let's go to minus 100 on. This is just all the timestamps of the notes that I took. HCWB halt open. Oh yeah, I had a nice little halt open here with 10 shares. Where did I play this? So okay, so this was a 10-minute halt here, and I'm trading with 10 shares, mind you, because I am not courageous. Oh, let me change the side here. Not courageous enough to trade it with even 100 shares. So I lose there because I buy the uptick. Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm too slow to buy on that. And I realize that I cut it. I'm down $2.30. And I'm up $5. Okay, so where do I buy? Oh yeah. The ask drops down and I buy it on the second trade here. 17 drops down to the 50s. Boom, I grab it. And then I get solid, what is that? 51 to 33. Solid 80 cents a share there. Beautiful. Yeah. And then it hits the high there, and then now it's flipping down to the lows. I don't trade it really anymore after that. Mainly, really, because it came out of nowhere, and this volume is still very light. There is not even like one candle with like a million shares of volume on the 1 minute throughout the day, and even the 5 minute candles are all very low volume. And so what ends up happening is the spreads just become very difficult to manage. So check that one off the box, 1045 minus 100 my times on the DBI top, bottom, creep lower. Huh. Double. Oh, the double top. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, so this was MOGO. I don't like this name because it was a little bit of a higher float, not crazy bad, but it did make it difficult to manage. It's just it doesn't bounce where you think it's going to bounce, and then it keeps going where you think it will stop at. It's just a little bit more difficult to manage. Okay. Okay. 10:45 candle closes. It's going down. I buy a little dip there. Kind of slices through. Was there any reason to buy there? I guess that. Should have cut it there. Uh, that's not the setup. Should be cutting that right now. Hmm. I don't know if there's anything I can learn from this or I should be learning. Doing the creep lower here. So it does the double bottom there at 45. I don't catch the trade. And then I try, but it ends up being the triple bottom. I guess this is. Get a small winner there. I think I'm going to try again. Thinking this level's going to hold. All right, what's this next shred? Okay, so now this is like setting up for creep, creep, creep. Probably a dumb move to take a trade here, but I think I do. Maybe I don't. It said minus 100 somewhere. I'm just not seeing where that trade was. That did. Huh. Could have been on ICCT. No, I did well on ICCT. HCWB, no. That's some excellent trading on ICCT. Just reading it and being very patient. Very nicely on. I just played that one basically to perfection with maybe not as well as I could have on the front side, but I did manage it well. It was pretty high volatility. I'm up like 250 on here. Put 500 shares on it, which is pretty good. XLO, Lobo. Um, I did good not taking this XLO. Let's see. All right. Almost got. Oh, I almost got the explosion on ICCT on 1022. Okay, so stuff's coming off the wall over there. So consolidating sideways here, pretty high, goes down and tests the pivot lower. And so I'm in here, and that's 72, and I'm holding nicely. Ends up making a new high, but I'm not able to get it out. Yeah, it literally doesn't stay. I tried getting shares out there, but I get filled actually below where it was kind of consolidating before it pops. So at 77-ish, and then it holds here, and I decided to get back in. It gives me a nice position, I think, at the low of the range. My God, it doesn't want to die, so I buy it just before the candle closes. I get a decent position near the lows. I'm pretty much in profit the entire time. And, there's a risk it could flush here, but it's staying strong. Pops up to 90, and I get out at 94. So 72 to 94, not bad. 22 cents of range there. I'll take it. And it pops up to 4. This one was a wild one. 410, it looks like, was a high there, but then it comes back down, not giving traders a lot of time to get their positions out, or if they're trying to. And actually, the shorts are. It's a short sale restriction, so shorts are going to be. In order to position on this one, the shorts need to allow it to rip through their positions. They can't just like hit the bid. Probably some better trading for them, honestly, because they have to be really patient on it. Very solid trading. Very solid trading. And then I take a few more trades here. Nothing too spectacular. All right, 937. I missed a couple of things by writing. How the open. So you had LOBO. I missed this open here. I was writing, I think. I think that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah. So I missed the open by writing stuff down. Ugh. Lobo, I don't even know what kind of stock that is, but that's what was looking good this morning. You had CNSP, really wild name. I found a nice little corner on it, made a couple $100, and then it just falls apart right there after testing the high. Really just falls apart. Like look how wild this is. This is super wild. High volume green candle there on the 5 minute closes. Oh, it's up 100%. Little recovery there. What do I do? I think I tried that. I don't know. Hmm. I probably could have taken that first dip. Maybe the second dip would have been sketchier, but HWB is indicating that was indicating that on this first salt down that it was gonna open like $1 a share lower, and then it turns into a 10-minute halt. I missed the open here of LOBO. Let's watch that. How would we have played the open? So it's under VWAP. It's indicating only slightly higher, so definitely wait for a dip on it. Buy there. Oof. There we go. Boom. Selling. You get 10 cents off that or so. 20 cents. 15 maybe. Hmm. I think the open on that just goes straight down, right? Opens high and goes down. Interesting. But there's liquidity up there. Huh. You can see that. This is something that I like looking at. The imbalance will start shifting as you get towards the open, and that gives you a little bit of visibility on which way the move is likely to happen. But it can be difficult if it's really high and it's shifting higher. You're like, wow, I'm supposed to buy into this right out the open because it's just going to go straight up. Yeah. So there's a little liquidity, not a whole bunch. And then the trap. FIO, ICCT. First red could have market. Huh. 936. What did I say about CNSP? Just watched it. Oh, I could have bought the first red. Oh, yeah, because that it closes. It closes strong. Let's watch this dip. Not especially strong into the run up here. Really high volume, really short candle. Below there. There again. Huh. Hmm. Whoa, that was such a big dip. It's getting bought. Maybe the scale just isn't that big, but it makes it look big, I mean. Oh, yeah. So I could have done better. How could I have done better on this, dude? Five-minute closes. It's creeping lower. Jesus. Boom, right there. Oh, interesting. And the next setup tends to be to dip through that, a hold below, and then pop back to. Interesting. All right. Well, and then for the last minute or so, let's just watch a little bit more of this ICCT coming out of nowhere. Really nice move here. If I would have paid attention to it, In this area, which, maybe there wasn't a reason to, it's still low volume. But all right, opens high. I buy immediately to cut. Buy again. And it goes in my favor. And then it really goes. There were sellers there, but they got out of the way fast. I do not think they got filled. There we go. In the 80s, I would probably take a position, depending on how it looks. Sketchy. Ah, fuck, I would have been light. Filled high at 97 if I hesitated, like a practice right there. Okay, so there, yep. Nice little double bottom, but it kept going. Get back in. Really not at the bottom of the range like I want it to be. What was happening there? Hmm. So I was getting joshed around there, but it was directionally in a good spot, it looked like. Huh. Could have done better. Alright, so this is the heat. This is the extension candle. Looking for the flush. Well, nice extension. Alright, well, I'm going to call it. That is it for me. Hope you guys have a great day. This is not investment advice. Don't day trade. Day trading is risky. I'm not an investment advisor. Most day traders lose money. All right. Goodbye.